Welcome everyone. I put my painting hat on. It's also my music hat. Thanks for stopping by this morning. I'm going to do a cool landscape here. I'm doing another paint over. I've gessoed over this. Seems to be dry. I just gessoed over all the dark areas so the paint covers over. Let's do a landscape here. I'll show you how I do it. What I'm going to do first is just put all the undertone in quick. So what I do is I just try and brush it on really quickly. I'm going to have grass here, and these will end up being flowers here and here. So I'm just going to put, this is the horizon here. It's going to be some bushes over here, maybe some bushes here, and a cool sky, and a pathway here. So I'm just going to block in some green grass here. This sap green with a little bit of yellow in it. So I got to work today. They've only been, the last 2 months, they've only been working me on Monday. So I don't even know if I'm going to get a check, much of a check. And we get paid every 2 weeks, so 4 hours, I'll maybe get 8 hours on my check for 2. All right, there's my grass. That's going to all end up being flowers anyway. And I'm going to do my pathway with some yellow ochre here. That's a mixture of yellow ochre and a burnt umber. So I'm getting ready for, I got well, it's just a market day here in Seattle where I get to sell my art. I have my own tent and everything. And it's here in the area where I live, the farmer's market. And I'm also getting ready to, I'm looking into this other market. They have it every Saturday, but it's in the evening. Like the suburb, just next to where I live. It's really not that far. It's just over the bridge, but every Saturday, every other Saturday, they have a market from 6 to 9, and it's for art. And I guess a lot of people, they go to that. Gives them something to do Saturday evening. What I'm going to try and do is make this tree look like it's blowing that way. And I'm going to have trees coming in from the side here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my tree in right now. It's going to be an orange. It's going to be a red tree. I've been using these really bright colors, like a yellow sky with orange in it and blue up here. And I usually don't paint with bright colors like that, but so So I'm going to put this tree in dark. I'm going to make it look like it's blowing in the wind here. She's my sweet little thing. She's my pride and joy. She's my sweet little baby. I'm her little lover boy. That looks pretty cool so far. Let's get some blending going on here. I'm using this really yellow. It's made by, makes a difference. It really does. Made by Golden. It's the really expensive yellow. You know how you can get expensive acrylic paint, and sometimes you can really tell the difference with that's the color I want for the tree. Looks pretty cool. That looks really cool. Blowing in the wind. So I have a show today. So I've got like an hour. So I'm gonna try and get as much done here in an hour because I still got a shot ready for this show. It's in. All right, so I'm going to do my sky where I kind of make the sky kind of twirl around. So I guess I'm going to try yellow again. I did a yellow orangey sky yesterday. It came out really good, so I'm going to try and do the same thing here. We'll bring it out to about here and kind of get it kind of spiraling around like this. I like painting around my objects like this because you can get a little realism going on here. See how I'm blending the tree into the sky here? It's called tonalism. It's a really cool effect. Nobody's watching, but I'll get this uploaded after I'm done because there's probably some technique here you've never heard of before, like tonalism. The sky to look kind of circular, and I gotta work it fast because this dries really fast to paint, and I like to work it while it's wet. So some crimson now, and start up here. She's my sweet little baby. I'm her little lover boy. There's going to be bushes here and bushes here. So I'm not worried about coming down any further here. Maybe here I got to fill this in a little bit. Very cool. All right, I kind of like that. This is a technique I came up with not too long ago. I kind of like it. You got to put a little time into the sky, but it's very rewarding. So this is going to be bushes here, purple here, or maybe pink and purple flowers down here, and maybe some yellow flowers over here. So up here, I'm going to do like a blue sky. I have Windsor blue here, and if there's still a little bit of yellow on my brush, if it turns a little green, I don't really mind. Sometimes I like to have a little green in the sky there. And this time I'm going to put my spirals in now, because I'm going to have branches coming down, coming up here and coming down here. A little bit of purple up here, violet, which I had up there already from the old painting. I'm doing a paint over. I painted over an old landscape that I didn't think was going to sell, so this is just titanium white. I'm trying to blend into the blue to continue with that circular motion going on here. I like that. There we go. There's my sky. Doesn't that look cool? Let me do a highlight here. I can do 5-minute highlights as I go if I remember. Because this is going to turn out pretty wicked. I think I already like this and the tree. All right, I'm going to start out with dark. Almost looks like a dark blue, but I put red in it to try and get a purple. Then I'll highlight those a little bit. We'll just call these like shrubs. Shrubs on the horizon. Wow. I can't believe this already. 17 minutes. Look at this. Look what I got done in 17. Maybe I have time to do another one. I gotta get some paintings for that show coming up because I don't think my normal landscapes sell. So I've been doing stuff like this with just one particular tree in the scene. Because I do a lot of mountain scenes, and that's pretty much all I had. Stuff like this with a mountain. I got to redo the sky on this one. I'll do that next. I'll do it on one live here so I can keep going with the live. What is it? Today is Wednesday. Look at that tree. I can't believe it. Pretty amazing. Well, I'm going to put my branches in now. I'm trying to mix a little black burnt umber. So these branches are going to have to be blowing as well. So we'll have some orange leaves on those, and then I'll have another one coming from up above here. Okay. That's enough there. I'm going to start doing my flowers now because I don't want this to be a long painting. And I want to revamp the sky on this one. Just redo the skies. I don't like the way they came out. Sometimes when you're painting, it looks good. It's wet, and then when it dries, it doesn't look so good. So I'm going to have yellow flowers back here. I'm going to start with, this is yellow ochre, the little burnt umber, just to get my shadow colors in here. These are going to be like dandelions or something. Or little daisies, those little daisies. Or you like that little daisy, you know, what's her name, took up the space. She really likes daisies. And now I'm going to put some yellow in here. It's going to really look like flick there. And that look cool. And I'm going to put I even make it a little lighter. We'll put yellow and white together to get a very light yellow. I like to put like a shadow underneath there. All right, there's my yellow flowers. Over here, I'm going to do purple flowers. Let me see. Let's try a bigger brush. There we go. Now that's purple. We'll start with a dark purple. I'm not making bushes. These are supposed to just be flowers. She's my sweet little baby. I'm her little lover boy. Yeah, I got a gig today. Me and Lisa. So that's why I'm trying to hurry so I gotta have time to take a shower, get ready for our gig. Look at that. All right. A little dark, but I'm gonna lighten them up now. Lighten it up with a little white. Mix a little white in that dark purple. And then I'm gonna lighten it up a bit. And then I'm gonna even light it up one more time with highlights. Should look like flowers when I'm done. They have these areas here in where they have festivals. You go out in the country and then there's like wild flowers everywhere. Kind of like this, just rows of flowers. This is the easiest way that I found to make a group of flowers. I mean, you could come in here and do each one individual if you want, but it'd take you a whole year. I could get this looking pretty decent in 5 minutes with the fan brush. All right, now it's time for the lightest color that will go on top of it. And back there, I like to stay small so it looks far away. Really small touches back in the distance here. Really small touches with the brush. And as you move forward, you can get bigger. Let's try and make some rows here. There we go. Look at that. Look at those flowers, man. Wow. That's the easiest way to do it. If you've ever done your flowers like that, use a fan brush. And like I said, keep it small in the back. It'll look like it's farther away. That looks so cool. All right, now I'm going to put some shadow underneath right here, just with some dark color. You could use, I mixed a little burnt umber and black. I guess a brown color would be better, but this is just side of the flowers here where there's no sunlight hitting. Very cool. I'm digging it. Hola everyone, welcome. There's a few of you in here and I appreciate that. I painted for the last 30 minutes. Nobody was in here. Thank you. Hey Barbara. I don't think we're going to go live tonight. I'll try and get her to go live. We're doing a country special jam today. If we do go live, we'll have to we won't be able to to you guys. The thing is if we got to put the camera somewhere where the people don't walk and their face doesn't get on there. We'll see if that's possible. Yeah, I did a tree like this yesterday, a red tree. And today I thought, I'll do one where it looks like the wind's blowing. So, I'm trying to think if I can either leave this a path where I can make this water. I don't know yet, but I'm going to put some leaves on those trees now. Got to keep them blowing. She's my pride and joy. She's my sweet little baby. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. I'm in love with her and I feel fine. I came up with another cool idea early this morning where I did a tree here in the middle and then put the sun back there and then made this like the shape of a side view of a face. The sun would be the eye, and then the pathway is going to be the chin and lower part of the face. So it looks like a profile of a face in here with the leaves are the hair. It came out pretty cool. I'm going to try and hide it in there where you can't really, it's obvious, but if you look at it, you'll see a face in there. So I did a little sketch of it. And it looks like it'll work. I almost see it here, like if I made this the eye here with an eye, and this is the nose, and then the mouth would be down here with the chin wrapping around the long face here. Got maybe put a branch there. But I think it's going to look pretty cool. But yeah, I want to do it where it's not so obvious. Do 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 do. I'm so glad she's my little girl. So after work today, I bought more paint. Titanium white and black. Because I'm always using black to mix into my colors. And white. I try not to. But sometimes you have to, like dark blue. I can't use dark blue in the sky, so you got to lighten it up a bit. That's a Windsor blue up here. Windsor blue with the little titanium white to knock it, because Windsor blue is really dark. Yeah, it does look like, it looks like some exotic fish, huh? Wow, I didn't think of that. It looks pretty amazing. That's cool that you saw that. I bet a lot of people are going to see a lot of different things in here. I've never done a tree like that before. Starting to. I told you earlier, like a week, I want to try and find my style because I always paint too like it looks too real. So I'm trying to get it to where I can get a little loose, let the brush flow. You know, I can't do that with flowers, but yeah, it looks like it's morphing into a fish. That's cool. Good eye. I gotta see what I'm gonna do about these bushes here. I kind of want to keep this going on, like a flowing brush. Maybe it'll work. Try a light blue. That works for me. That works for me. Do 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 do. She's my sweet little thing. She's my pride and joy. All right, I'm gonna try and get this effect down here in my dirt now. So I'm gonna re-wet this. Dark burnt umber. Pretty cool. I like it. I like it. I want some more of it. There, now it looks like all, brushwork now. That's it. I'm done. I'm really happy with this one. I'm going to put a few birds up there. That's been my signature since I started on YouTube. There's very few paintings I didn't put birds in. If there is, I forgot. Forgot to add them in. But I like to add birds in there. We're going to put one down here too. Maybe a little sparrow here. I didn't finish this down here though. Do 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 do. Well, I called Lisa after work, but she didn't answer because I don't know what time I need to show up at her house. I think she said 2:15 if I remember right, and it's only 12 o'clock. Wow. Check it out, guys. Totally different from what I usually do. It does look like a fish, like this. He's like got a mean look on his mouth here. A fish tree. I could do one more thing to make it look authentic here. Let's see. I'm going to say the sun's back here this way. It's the shadow of the tree there. And I'll brighten up those flowers a little more with yellow. That way the shadow really stands out here. There we go. These are supposed to be bushes, but they look like they could almost be interpreted as like hills, but it's supposed to be bushes. They could be rocks, I guess. All right, one more thing and that's it, guys. I need a little brown. I'm hoping this sells. All right. She's my sweet little baby. All right, I don't want to touch it anymore because it looks really cool. I believe it's 2025, man. It just blows my mind. I remember when I was in grade school, asked us to calculate our age, how old we'd be in the year 2000. That was back when I was like 8 years old. And now we're 25 years past that. Close my mouth. I can't believe I got this done in an hour. It's so different than what I usually do. I'll tell you what's helpful in this painting is the yellow that I used, golden yellow. If I would have used Windsor yellow, it would already been fading out. Golden is really good paint. I got some golden. This is ultramarine blue, but it's expensive. I think it has more pigment in it. I want to fix I kind of made these too yellow. All right. Well, if you guys want to stick around, I'll keep going. I got a painting here I need to fix, the sky. So this one's done. So I'm going to redo the whole sky here. You can watch me do that if you want. Because I like the landscape. I like the way I brushed all this in. I might lighten up the mountain down here, and that's about it. I like everything but the sky. So, because I'm going to use the Windsor blue for the sky. Because it's just a good blue, man. I know that's too, but I'll lighten it up here in a bit. She's a sweet little baby. That's going to be cool today. I bought some Velcro at work today. What I'm going to do, because I'm going to put a little Velcro on the back of my guitar and a little Velcro on my belly. So when I'm holding the guitar, the Velcro kind of holds the guitar up. So the whole weight of the guitar on my shoulder. Because I have to stand up for 2 hours. With that strap on my neck, it's going to start hurting my back. So I had Velcro the guitar to my stomach. I'm gonna give it a try. I'll let you know how it turned out. The things you gotta do when you get old. That looks so much better. Just from here down, looks so good. It's like, it's not the greatest painting, but it just flows. Ultimate, hey. Make sure you got to subscribe if you're new. It's so hard to get subscribers nowadays. If you just joined in, I just got done doing painting. And I'm redoing the sky on this one. This is a painting I did last week, but I didn't like how clouds turned out after it dried. It looks like red. The pink is just like sitting on top of it. I didn't blend in. So I think if I cover all that and maybe do some spiral clear, I think it'll look cool. So I like the way it looks. I like the way this looks here. I've been doing escapes for almost 3 years now. None of them ever, they never look the same. Isn't that weird? It's like they always come out different. In the summertime here in Seattle, we'll get a really blue sky like that every once in a while. It's even bluer than that. This looks so different with, I'm kind of making the blue tone all the way up. It kind of makes it look something about it with the same tone in the sky. I was painting in 1995. I was doing cheesy work back then. I was like doing pop art of famous people, which is, it's not art to me, because all I did was I had this I had a camera where you put on top of the print and it would shoot the image on the canvas and you could sketch it on there, and then I would just paint it with my own colors like pop art. But people thought they were good, but it wasn't something that I created, you know. So I quit doing those because it's not real. Yeah, I see a lot of people. They do somebody like famous painting, but all they do is sketch the face up there and paint it. It's the real art is when you create something, you know, from your mind. So I quit doing those portraits, pop art. I still do faces. I mean, I do like abstract stuff like that back there. Crazy stuff. Yeah, I did a Charlie Chaplin. I don't have it nearby. But I was pretty happy with it. I kind of free sketched it. I sketched it by hand by just looking at his picture, and then I just did it. But that one I was kind of proud of. Because it was black and white, and then I turned it into color. All right, there's that. Now I guess I gotta put some clouds in there. I like that little yellow I left around the tree there. Oh boy. I gotta... I got a ticket like a month ago on my car sitting out in front of my house because the tag was expired. Now they're saying I need to pay it by the 6th or it's going to turn into a penalty. That's tomorrow. Jeez. You know how the city is. You get like $100 ticket, they'll turn it into a $500 ticket really quick. Well, I don't want to do yellow. Although I like that little yellow glow there. I think I'm going to put a little white around the mountain. Yeah, that'll work for me. I don't want to ruin my whole blue sky. Look how cool that looks. Looks like the cloud is like right behind the mountain there. That is so wicked looking. That is so cool. I'm just going to leave it there. I'm not going to do it here. Because it looks like the cloud is like floating by. Hey, thank you, Nathaniel. The new bow. Yeah, this is something. Well, he didn't do these kind of trees very often. He always evergreen trees, but he did do mountains. Although I did this one just a while ago. This doesn't look like Bob Ross. He wouldn't do anything like this. But I like Bob Ross. He uses oil. This is acrylic paint. All right. But thank you for the ego boost. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that little yellow there. It looks kind of color, another color to it. But that white looks so amazing right now. I gotta take a with that before, because sometimes that white will fade in, and the next day it won't look as good. So I'm gonna take a picture of it while it looks good. Let me show you guys something. If you ever do a piece like this, and I'll show you how I edit it. So we'll up it down. So you could make it a little smaller if you want. Like, we'll bring the side into normal, and now if you don't want all that sky, you just crop it down. Oh, what happened there? Crop. Start over. So I'm going to bring it down first, and maybe crop it right there. Done. So see, I made the sky a little smaller up. Then you can just use that as an image like that. All right, guys, I'm gonna get ready to go jam out. I got a show today at 3 to 5. Let me check here. 3:30 to 5:30 in Bellevue. It's about 30 minutes away from Seattle. I live in Seattle. But thanks for watching, everyone. I painted yesterday. There was only one person watching. But there's more people today. Thanks. I appreciate that. Our new subscriber, thank you so much. And I'll see you when I get back tonight. I'm going to do some more painting after the show. Thanks, Simply Carl. Have a great day, too. Cheers, everyone. See you, Barbara.